Hi, everybody. I just wanted to talk to you guys today about finding your true match. It's not necessarily about getting married, it may be about having the right kind of relationship, but there's some really essential things that I think are really important when you're deciding on what kind of person or if this is the right person for you. And I believe there's not really anything wrong with any way of being, but you just have to find your match. And that's what it's about. They say opposites attract, but I believe long term, opposite is not usually the best path to take with the person you decide to be with or person you decide to date. I tend to think similarities and compatibility is more the way to go for longevity. Opposites can attract in a big way in the beginning or early on, but when you're wanting to be with somebody long term, similar interests, similar backgrounds, similar family backgrounds, things like that make it a lot easier. Now, I'm not saying it can't work without those kinds of things. I'm just talking about things that make it easier. There's a video that I posted on my Facebook page today, and it's basically a woman and a man in court, and he's looking for money back for, I guess, something he gave her as a gift, his wife, and she's basically saying that he treats her too well. He tells her he loves her too much and this and that. And there is, again, nothing wrong with necessarily having her mentality. You can't tell people the way you think or the way you are is wrong, but maybe she picked the wrong person. If she indeed would be happier with somebody who causes drama, somebody who's not as nice, somebody who she has to work for all the time, hey, that's not my choice, but some people, that'll make them the happiest, and there's nothing wrong with that. But yeah, I think it's just very interesting to understand, better what makes compatibility and a good match for a person. I'm the kind of person, I'm a romantic. I love love. I love everything sweet, and I was raised in a good family. My mom and dad are really good people, and I look for some similarities. Also, with your parents, yeah, people say you look for the same things in your father or your mother or whatever, but, maybe there's some things you'd rather have different. And I think it's important also when you're looking for that significant someone to make a list of all the qualities that you want and really have them inside your head. When I met my husband, I think about 2 years before I actually met him, or 2.5 years, I wrote a list of 60 items, 60 some or 50 some items about what I wanted. And it has not changed from that point. Dig deep, things that you really want. And also when you're 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, maybe in your 20s is not necessarily the time that it's going to be something you want for the rest of your life. Just a tip, it might be. You might be the same kind of person when you're in your 30s, but it's hard to say. And I don't know, that's just a thought. But I made a list of 50 or 60 some items, and my husband had everything but two in the person that he is. He didn't have to work hard to do those things. That's just who he was. And when we actually met, he had been contacting me for a long time before that. So to me, it makes a lot of sense about writing things down and getting very clear about what you want, because he'd been contacting me. He says for 2 years. I say for a year and a half. I don't know what it was, but it's really shortly after I wrote that list of what I really, really wanted in a man. And we didn't really connect until a lot later, but it's kind of interesting. Very interesting. So, anyway, you just have to find the right match. What's really going to make you happy? What's really going to make them happy? And I don't think one person should be too much older than the other. I mean, if you're, in your 30s and somebody's older, then that's fine. You're a full-grown adult. You can make your own decisions. But it's people in their early 20s, a lot of times they haven't fully matured and don't even know, though they might think they know, what they really want and would make them happy for the rest of their lives. So, anyway, just some of my ideas about what makes a good match for marriage or long-term relationship or whatever it is you decide to do. To me, opposites do not attract for long-term. For the immediate, sometimes, yeah. But really, it's about having a similar background, coming from the same place, wanting the same things. Those kinds of things create a long-term, really strong match for the distance, for the long term. Anyway, just some thoughts again about what I think are some of the most important things when you're deciding on the person to be with. Not just for today or for this month or next month or the following month, for the rest of your life. So, and don't forget to make that list. The list of all the things, even if it sounds insane, like way too much, the list of all the things that you aim for and want in a significant other, and things that would make you happy for the next 5, 10, 15, 20 years. It's really important, I think, that list, because that's putting that intention out there in the universe and saying, this is what I'm looking for, this is what I want, this is what I'm intending for the rest of my life. So, anyway, talk to you soon. Bye.